Race 7 is carded to go off at 4:10. All things being equal, it's the Teddy, let me get that right, it's the Track and Ball Gaming FM 86 handicap for fillies and mares over 1,400 metres. And Devon, before you give me your numbers, I've got two horses here that I'm going to be having some places on. Two horses that I think are going to run very well. And in fact, if they had to win, I wouldn't be too shocked. 2 Ooh La La and 9 Soiree. First question is, do they form part of your numbers?
Ooh La La forms part of my first selection.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
And number 9, Sorry, doesn't form part of my selection.
Okay, well, you take it away. Tell us about number 2 Ooh La La and why you like this horse.
This horse is down in class, very competitive. It's been running extremely well over the 1,400. Has the champion jockey aboard Warren Kennedy and jumps from Barrier Gate 2, and this could be another value bet in the card because it's currently trading at 7-1.
Okay. Now, what's also encouraging, sorry to interrupt you before you carry on, but this comes from the stable of Doug Campbell. Doug's horses, he had a winner the other day with Eden Gardens Glitz. And he's a stable, his horses always look well, and it's going to turn, well, it has turned, they've had their winner. I think we can follow him now with great confidence.
Yes, it always pays to follow a stable that's in form, and I'm just going to touch on that again because my second selection is Maiden's Prayer. That horse has also been very consistent, and I'm not quite sure if Dennis Dreyer did have a winner on Wednesday. I'm not sure, I hadn't gone through the results. But you know, the Dreyer horses have just been lurking off them recently, and I've watched some of the races closely, and the Dennis Dreyer horses were running on very strongly at the death. So I think this horse could actually also win the race. It's got a winning chance. It's the current favourite at 7-2. My third selection is Ariana's Shadow. Just looking at the comments here, the last 2 runs it ran extremely well with the apprentice aboard. It gets the apprentice Gumede again, who takes the 2.5 kgs off. It's currently trading at 11-2. So having said that, Warren, with Ooh La La, this is not the easiest race to assess because it's a very open betting race. And for fourth, I've gone for Sanskrit. Its last 2 wins were against much weaker. And it's up in class this time around, and it's the first run for a new yard, if I'm not mistaken.
27th of August, yes, you're quite right. You're quite right, it is. Okay, well assessed, and yeah, as you say, not an easy race to feel around. Twice as smart, number 3, Wendy Whitehead's horse. The penultimate run was on the Polly, and it was an impressive win. Would you include her in your quartet perm?
I would definitely include a horse like this in a larger quartets. It has been consistent, never far off, but you know, sometimes you look at the races and you just think to yourself, you can't tip the whole field.
Absolutely.
I mean, the horse does have, there's other runners here that do have form, excuse me, especially number 9, Sorry, who looks like a value place bet as well, but we can only choose the first 4. So
absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about number 9, Soiree, before we wrap here for the 7th race. For me, this horse win, it won on debut, beating Bling a Ding Ding. I know that, well, in saying that there's been 14 runners, 2 winners out of that form line. This horse since then has been lightly raced, so she's obviously had a few problems. Corinne Bestel has gone quietly about her business, and that maiden win, that debut maiden win, is always stuck in my mind, and I'm following this filly, and I'm going to follow her till she wins again. But it's a tough race, as you said. But the 2 of us are in the camp of Doug Campbell's horse, which is owned by the Robinsons, and Dave Hawkins. We're in the camp of Ooh La La.